This game gives me the idea to make a mech game like this. Like EDF. Wait, what is EDF? But with auto attacking. I already have too many ongoing projects. I've found, or at least for me, what is working currently is just setting really short term goals that are like achievable and actually just knocking those out one at a time. So it doesn't matter what it is, but doing it so that it's something that you could do. Like, yeah, you can have long term goals too, but just I'm going to get this little bit of whatever project it is. That is my goal. There's about a bunch of discussion going on in the Discord about like meaning and purpose and going to school and work and getting things done. And I have so many thoughts on those things, but I don't want to chime in too much. And my thoughts are like, I don't know, too harsh maybe, where I don't really think most things in life matter too much. Like, big picture, it's you give whatever meaning you want to life. You're the one who determines that. And yeah. But because of that, you also have to take like total responsibility for any of your decisions and results, and things happen outside of your control, but still. I don't know why, but I really want to play with Mega Chad. I don't even want to go look at the stuff. I just want to go play Mega Chad. We're going to play Tier 3 Mega Chad. And if my unlocks are good, good. If they're not, I don't care. I just want to play as Mega Chad. That's it. So yeah, you can always come up with lots of excuses or reasons, and excuses is a harsh word because they might be very valid and legitimate. Who do I want projectile count? Because every weapon except for stupid aura does benefit from it. Yes. But end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, it is what it is. That's life. Whatever, just because you got ripped off, you're having to play on a handicap, basically, in the video game, or whatever the thing is. Like, yeah, but you still are. Huh. Do I want electric plug or feathers? I kind of want feathers. 83. And I grew up for a while thinking like, oh, that's unfair or whatever. But I don't even think that's true so much anymore. I think it's just a thing of you get used to whatever. Huh. Do I want crit chance? I could do crit chance, damage, area. Do I have experience or luck? I don't think so. I really do need experience or luck. I guess I'm going to take crit chance. But everything is kind of relative, I would say. So if all your life you've had everything handed you on a silver platter, then it's going to feel much worse whenever you finally do have to like do something by yourself or whatever. I don't know how to... Like, whatever your median is, you're gonna end up adjusting to that, kind of. So if you're the kid from Slumdog Millionaire, where life is just completely crappy, I mean, maybe it's not completely true. But in general, humans kind of adapt to their environments. And what you're used to becomes your norm. That's not complete... Even if that's not completely true, it's like the best way. You have to just act as if that is completely true. You just have to deal with whatever your circumstances are, basically. And the point of going to school, I don't even think it's really so much to learn. Like a tiny bit, but the bigger thing is like a social thing. It's like going into the military. So when you go into boot camp, do I want projectile count? Not really. Do I want attack speed? I could do attack speed, damage, and area. That's what I'm doing. When you go into the military, when you go to boot camp, the point is just like learning to blindly follow orders. It's not actually learning to march. I mean, it kind of is, because the whole point with marching is like when they say left foot, you step with your left foot, even though you're going to step on the person in front of you because he's hesitating because he's waiting for the guy in front of him to step. Because there's like 30 of you all in a line. So when they say step, all 30 of you have to step. And I guarantee you, on the first day, at least like 1 out of every 10 is not going to step. They're going to be too nice, and they're going to hesitate. And the guy in front of them, and they're just going to cause everybody to like fall over. But by your last day, like, you just blindly step. You don't even have to think about it. Screw it. They start singing their cadence, and you just walk, and it's automatic. And you can do it like from an inch behind the guy in front of you, because you all know, like, the guy in front of me is going to step, or he's going to get stepped on. And I think school is similar, where, except not as, like, you are supposed to question things and think a little bit. But the bigger thing with school is just that you're having to put up with BS. You have to be there. You have to interact with people that you might like, you might not like. Why was that? For some reason, I was thinking that was size tome. It is not. And hopefully you do learn some things. But even if you don't, it's more just showing that you can do it. Ooh. And it depends what level you're at. The higher the level you go, the more that you should actually be learning things as well. That's less true if you get into, like, past bachelor's degree, if you go to grad school, if you go get a master's, whatever. Then, do I want Flamewalker? Because it's kind of redundant with Aura. Yeah, because Dexecutioner, I think, is turned off. We'll take Flamewalker. No! I need healing. It's weird having gone to school, like, first as a young person, before I was in the military. I went to college for like 2 years. Then I got a couple degrees while I was in the military, but those were just associate's degrees. I got 2 associate's degrees, and then I was 4 credits, so 1 class short of finishing a bachelor's. But it was from like a crappy online school that I didn't really want a bachelor's degree from. So, and the military will only pay for like 1 of each degree type, unless you get dual degrees. So I got a dual associate's in business administration and electrical mechanical technology. I picked 2 like distantly related things so that I could get away with taking more classes. Because you get paid the same when you're in the military. If you're spending your time, I was in the Navy, if you're spending your time working on the ship, or if you're spending your time like improving yourself taking classes. So I was taking as many classes as I could. But then, yeah, went and got a different degree at my state university. And that went pretty well. But then afterwards, so all of those, I was very much like, I need to get the degree. I want to succeed in classes. And then in the last few years, I've been taking classes at my local community college for woodworking, welding, and machining. And those classes, I'm taking them just for fun. So I actually just care about learning. I don't care about like the homework. So I'm actually like staying after when I take them and going and talking to the teacher and like, hey, what projects can we work on? Is there something else? Like, I'm genuinely interested. That's the reason I'm doing it now. I don't even care about it. I could get the degrees. I don't need the paperwork. So yeah, it's just, it's interesting looking at it from a few of the different perspectives. Like that, I'm just going through the motions because this is what I gotta do, versus I'm trying to get as much out of this as I can. Like, no, I wanna, what time are you guys here? Like during lunch, can I come in and use the machines? And they're like, yeah, but what project are you doing? Are you trying something too ambitious? Because really, you can damage the machines, especially for machining. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Very easily. For welding, they'll basically just let you do it whenever you want. For woodworking, you have to, like, there have to be people there, and you have to have the materials, and it's just Woodworking's tricky. And you don't have to do that through like a community college. You could learn welding on the job. You could learn a lot of things. I kind of want to do glass blowing. And I think there are just like weekend things at a local place where I could go pick up that skill without like having to take a whole class for it. Am I going to banish this? I might sit still. Banish it. So main thing, I would say, in my mind, is that, like... Hold on, wait. First I want to think about this. Is there something else other than projectile count? Oh, if I'm trying to beat the final boss, actually, I'm going to do regen. I think it's kind of stupid, but I also think maybe it's amazing if I get a lot of levels of it. I wish I was just getting experience, but is what it is. But yeah, life is kind of like what you make of it. So you can choose to, like... I'm gonna get as much as I can out of this stupid class. Or you can just be like, I'm gonna hate them and I'm gonna fight them all the way. And you can do that too. You can make it more difficult for yourself, or you can try and get more out of things. And I feel like that's a thing that kind of changes, like with age and all of that. Screw it. If I don't want to go to a class now, I just won't sign up for the class. Why the hell would I sign up for it? But I'm also in like a more privileged portion of my life where I don't really have to do much if I don't want to. But turns out not having to do anything is also bad for you, because just sitting around playing video games for like years and years also feels really crappy. It's fun for a little bit. And then you look back and you're like, oh, what have I done? Like nothing. I'm just getting back into doing more. But the things that I have to do first are like catch up on things that I've basically neglected and put off doing for the last couple of years. I'd say like 2 years at least. I've been doing very, very little. Using the college classes as my excuse. Where I'm like, at least I'm being productive in this way. I'm learning a new thing. But really, I should have been taking less classes and doing more things. Me taking the classes was being lazy. It's like having somebody hold my hand and teach me. Which is a really good way to learn. I think if I just tried to pick up welding on my own, it probably would have taken me like 5 years to get to the point that you can do in like 1 year with a teacher. But, I mean, 5 years still isn't that much either. There are people with like 10, 20 years welding experience. Or more. But just doing it as a hobby, it would have taken me a very long time to get good. I'm still not very good. To get as good as I currently am. I would say right now I'm probably like good enough to get an entry-level job, and then if I did that for another like 4 years, then I'd be a decent welder. Depending on what type of welding it is. If it's TIG welding, it would take me a while. If it's welding aluminum, it would take me a while. But that would be TIG, probably. If it's MIG welding, yeah, I feel like, so MIG welding is when you have like a machine where a wire is feeding it. And that's basically all of welding now. Not really. There's still stick welding a little bit. Stick welding's easy too. But MIG welding is super easy. Easiest thing in the world. Well, compared to the other forms of welding. I go off on tangents. I don't even know what my point was. Point is, like, life is what you make of it. That's it. You can, like, be mad at people and, like, all that stuff. It's only gonna end up hurting you. Everybody kind of knows this, but For a little bit, your parents are kind of responsible for you, but not that long. After a while, you find out, like, oh, it's just... I'm only screwing myself over by being lazy and playing video games all day. As I sit here and play video games, but I'm playing video games after spending like a whole day, except that I got moving way too late this morning. But after spending a day being productive, and I feel good, and really, I want to go knock out more stuff. I'm going to do that probably after this. It's only 8:30 p.m. I'm going to win this, no problem, first try. And then, the sky's the limit. Wait a second, we're already in ghosts. Oh. Oh no, and I'm, what's his name? I'm Mega Chad guy, which means I don't do any damage. Hey, 27.6% damage. That's damage. Okay, we're just gonna poison it. Do I have extra bosses? Only like one, right? One extra boss. That's not too bad. Blue. Oh, I could get idle juice. Yeah, we should do that. But it's not a priority. Here, I'm gonna get one of these. You guys do your thing. Let's play Ring Around the Rosie. We'll circle around. I'm kind of glad. Like, I wouldn't really recommend the military to anybody. Well, except I kind of would. I'm glad that I entered the military. I basically did it because at age like 20, 21, I was 21 when I finally entered, but I was 20 when I was first supposed to enter. I'm about to die. We're dead. But I didn't really have any direction in my life, and I wasn't going to be doing anything. So that was kind of my, like, hey, where am I going to be in 4 years? Am I going to be doing anything more than just going from, like, dead-end job to dead-end job? And the answer was no. I wasn't going to finish college. I wasn't going to do, like, any of the things. I had no motivation to do it. So the military was my one, like, you can't get out of this. You're doing this for 4 years. And then by the time I got out, I had all the motivation I needed. Even while I was in, I had all the motivation I needed to, like, get the hell out of the military. So I was able to suddenly go to college classes. I was able to do, like, lots of things. Because my motivation was, if you ever think your job sucks, join the military. It's not even a hard job or anything. It's just, I can almost guarantee you're going to hate at least one of your bosses, or at least somebody, and they have, like, ultimate power over you. Where normally you can kind of question your boss, at least a little bit. Not really, but they're not, like, I don't know, there's not a tie to your personal life and your work life. But in the military, that is your, like, whole life. That's a big portion of your life, and they control way too much of it. You're like, okay, this sucks. I don't know what I want, but I know this is not it. Oh, I didn't have the damage tome last time. I should have went and changed my tomes. We could do armor up, big armor, or we could do damage to elites. I'm going to do damage to elites, because I struggle with elites if I'm using aura. I basically need poison. We'll get it. We'll find cheese. Or we'll find a different weapon, or we'll find that chest right there. 8 minutes, 7 seconds. I don't want bow. We could take this one. So I'm still missing 6 items. I just used a refresh. I do have flex, which is useful. Except I don't really know what the flex cooldown is. We have 2 keys. Ghouls are kind of a pain. Projectile count, Flame Walker. Alright, so we're getting to kill a bunch of these, especially whenever they get close to me, which is kind of cool. Ideally, I would find a credit card or two. Also, just big picture in life, I would say the main feedback I would give people is focus on the things that you can control, because whatever things you can't control, like that's outside of your control anyways. So you can't control the way that other people behave, whatever. You can influence it a little bit, but you can control the way that you respond to it and how much you let it bother you and all those things. It's difficult to do, but you can do it. It takes like a lot of conscious effort. Like you actually stopping, thinking for a second. Does this bother me? Why does it bother me? Does it bother me more than it should? Do I want to make an effort to change that? All of those things. But I think that's kind of good to do. And that's another one that I think people do a little bit better with. Just as they get more life experience, as you experience more things, not everything seems as, like, important or as catastrophic. And not everything seems like it's as, like, about you. So, like, I have this boss that I hate or whatever. Like, who cares? I just don't like that guy. Doesn't really affect me. I don't take it personally anymore. Like, whatever. He's off living his life. I just try not to think about him. Where when you're younger, you're like, screw that guy. I hate him. I hope he suffer. Now I just don't even think about him. Non-issue. Same with teachers. Same with whatever. Okay, we're in a swarm. My shield is down. I do have Aegis. I have 2 shields, we have a flex. I have 2 Aegis shields. We have a flex, we have aura up, which is good, but it's not going to help against the trees very much. But it's good against the swarm. Swarm is good. This one is good against the trees, but it's kind of difficult to use. We're going to be spawning 3 trees. Attack speed. I have no tomes so far. I will take attack speed. I will take damage. I will take crit chance. What about max HP? No. Crit chance. I will take Aegis. I want regen. The reason I want regen is my whole goal is to beat the final boss, and I feel like lots of regen is like a cheat code for it. But I don't know if that's true. Lots of regen, lots of movement. But the movement I can get later from shrines. Credit card, and we have 2 keys. Let's go. I think just generally being curious and like interested in finding out how things work has been really good for me too. So I would recommend that to people as much as is possible. Like, even if it's not a thing that like particularly interests me, I can still be interested in some aspect of it, like learning the specifics of how or why it works. Usually I can find something. Even if it's something that I'm completely uninterested in, I can find some aspect of it that is enough to get my attention, and then I just investigate that thing more. To the point that I hyper-fixate on it in annoying ways and complain about it, especially for video games, where I'll be distracted by one thing that nobody else cares about, but I want to know how it works. But I do that with a lot of things in life. And a lot of things that aren't video games, it actually usually makes sense once you find it out. And then once you find out whatever the stupid thing is, it like fits together and you can apply it to other things, usually. Which ends up being kind of cool. Like, you'll find out how camera aperture works and light fall off. And then you'll find out that sound waves behave similarly. And decibels and all these things are measured in similar ways. Not exactly the same, but enough that you kind of have understanding from a previous thing. Where you're like, wait, I can tie these two together in a way that makes sense to me to a thing that I've already kind of figured out. That can also work against you, though, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, it's just like that thing that I already figured it out. And you're like, no, it's nothing like that. So now you have preconceived notions that are completely in the wrong direction. I do that a lot, too. Ooh, I forgot about Size Tome. Wait, wasn't there another that I wanted? Nope, that is the one that I want. I don't know if there was another that I wanted. Kaboom! Ooh, we could go get a bunch of blue credit cards. Wait, would that be cool? I don't know, I've only opened a few chests. No, need more rare items. I don't have rare items. I only have that one credit card. Here, give me this. Bam! That is mine. 3 minutes. Oh, crap. Okay. No. Alright, we don't know where the boss is yet. But we kind of know where it is. Crit chance! Give me crits. I mean, I'm doing a pretty good job of defeating the swarm. But that's just because Aura is really good against swarms. Movement speed, well, kind of, like jump speed. Or jump height and distance, something like that. I don't know exactly what that one is. But in my mind, it's a movement ability. Idle Juice. Idle Juice. Or just do 25% more damage. Idle Juice. And money. Perfect. 2 minutes, 24 seconds. We do have to find the boss, but it's right ahead. Do I have time? No. Nope, because I do have to spawn this pretty quick. Especially, I don't even have poison, so it's going to be hard to kill these trees. Is it just one, or is it two? If it's one, it should be easy. If it's two, it's going to be a problem. Spawning it with the boss. Oh no, it's 4 or 5. Oh. And chunkums. Oh crap. Okay, why would I spawn 5 of them as Mega Chad? I'm not Tony. I can't survive this. God, Tony makes it look so easy. What the hell's Tony's problem? He set unrealistic expectations for me and this first area and being able to fight lots of bosses. Maybe if I had poison, I doubt it. Oh, I didn't get regen. That's the reason that I'm throwing this, because I wanted regen for the final boss, obviously. Oh god, don't do this. I wanted to go work on real life stuff, and now I'm gonna have to do this run again. Unless this chest has something... We can't even get that chest. Amazing. We're going one more time. 28:47. I'm trying to have the videos around 30 minutes, so we have to beat this in like a minute and a half. 3 acts. World record. Let's do it. That one. Kill those. This one. Key for 24. Do it. Although, Curse Doll could be kind of good. Just because this character does not really have single target damage, Curse Doll would be that. But, key. Key is key. Key is key. I have enough gold. We're gonna kill this skeleton. This thing does hit fairly quick. XP gain. It was purple. There's a freeze up there. I want that. Okay, what was that green? That green is a head. Wait, why did I not see that head? Because I'm blind. Ooh, there's another head up ahead. Refresh. Toxic barrel is weird. It's purple. Refresh. No, stupid key. Huh. Could have refreshed again. I want these orange ones. Orange one. See if I regret this. I regret nothing. Alright, so... what do I want? Damage? Do I want crit chance over attack speed? Probably. Do I want that boss spawn? I don't know. No. I want this boss spawn. Perfect. Let's look at the map. We are going west. Northwest? Power up drop chance. No, damage. Northwest. No, blue skeleton of jumping off a cliff for no reason to stop me from getting the kill. Golden shield, but Kevin's turned off. And I skipped on that poison thing. Or that was the previous run. I don't know. There's too many things to remember, so... don't even try. Combat Shrine. What about that purple? We still have a minute till the boss spawns. There's gonna be 2 of them currently. We can do damage up. There are enemies carrying chests for me. Okay, my flex is down. I don't have shield and I don't have Aegis. I need to stop taking damage. And my only weapon is aura. And it's a fairly short range aura. Huh. Huh. Charge Shrine. Did I just take a bunch of stupid damage? Yes, I did. And I don't have a good way to heal. We're gonna find a way to heal. Crap, 7 minutes without a power-up near me. And I kinda wanna stay still and fight these, but I can't really do it. See if it's Chunkum or the Golem. Chunkum's harder to run from. It is Chunkum. Just because if it hits me, it slows me down. Where the Golem's pretty easy. Ooh, I want that head. And I want... I hate you guys. Hey, but I get to fall. Sweet. I want the things. Poison. No, evasion is stupid. Holy shotgun. Kind of forgot about shotgun. Could have done size up. Defeat. You dead. Maybe him's skill issue. Confirm. Alright, let's go look at the unlocks. I need to stop calling everything stupid. I was going to say the stupid unlocks. Kind of want Dexecutioner. Dexecutioner's good at single target. This thing's good at AoE. This one's kind of good at single target and AoE both. It's kind of weird. I could do Aura, Aegis. I wonder if I really need Aegis. With Aura, maybe I don't. I say that, but I've been dying, so maybe I do. This way I could do Flamewalker or Lightning. Alright, and we don't need projectile count. Get out of here. I want crit, area, damage. Do I want attack speed? Crit, area, damage, attack speed. Kind of want experience. And then we'll see which ones they give us. I do want keys. I do want this. I do want this. I do want this. It's only 8%. 20% more damage. 2 full HP enemies. Maybe that one's cool. Maybe. The bigger question is, are there greens that I want more than it? And the answer is yes. I want cheese. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want that. I want that. Like, this would be low on the list. Things that I want. These would be. Do I want stupid Kevin? I don't know. I don't know, I guess so. Stupid Kevin. Do I want demonic blood? No. Do I want brass knuckles? No. Do I want this thing? No. This one? No. No. Yes. This one? Yes. 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 Maybe. Yes. Characters. Go. I think I'm gonna bonk. But that is gonna be later today. For now, that is gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.